It's Happy Hour with Harrison, Orlando, Rob Rush, and Sponge at the Paramount Studio for Summerland 2016. Vinny, Rotting Pinata is one of the best debut albums of the 90s, and not just because of the music. Even the album title is amazing, inspired by Gigi Allen, who wanted to commit suicide on tour so fans could throw crap at his corpse. That's really genius.
Well, I mean, that was kind of the concept. We heard a rumor that Gigi wanted to die on stage. That's what it was. You know what I mean? He wanted to die, and you go, what a way to do a final show. That's a finale. But then, we were sitting around talking about why wouldn't Gigi even go beyond that and put the corpse on tour? You know what I mean? There you go, Rotting Pinata. As a matter of fact, our sound man, Cool Chris, after we were talking, he goes, it's a Rotting Pinata. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Was that always going to be the title of the album, or were you working with other titles before that?
No, the other title was going to be We've Had Joy, We've Had Fun, We've Had Seasons in the Sun.
Another happy, uplifting song.
The song Plowed from your rookie album is such a great song that Orlando got the lyrics tattooed on his arm.
We're working on it.
And most people thought the song Molly, 16 Candles, was about Molly Ringwald, but it's actually about a girl who fell in love with her teacher, and he didn't reciprocate, so she tried to commit suicide, ODing on ecstasy. What did you think about that when people assumed it was about Molly Ringwald?
Molly Ringwald wanted to be in the video.
Really?
Yes. She called up my manager, and she wanted to do it. And I got to tell you, the funny thing is, man, we were talking, a little sidebar. We went to the Alice in Chains show the other day in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. We know those guys, and we're sitting with them, and here they are in a casino. And Sean Kinney says to me, he goes, "Who would have thought about us?" And Cantrell said the same thing about playing in a casino 25 years ago. You know what I mean? And the same thing was with the bands 25 years ago making videos. We thought Molly Ringwald in our video. Everybody's all about cross promoting things these days.
Yeah.
Back then it was just like, man, it'll make us look flaky or something like that, which was a dumb idea. Now thinking about it, because I wanted, if we were to make a video all over again for Molly, I'd say Molly Ringwald should be in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a time, though, when everybody was trying to get away from the 80s. Everybody was trying to pave their own way, new identities. Grunge was the big thing. Sponge was kind of a cross between the alternative side of things with the Soul Asylums and the grunge side of things. Were you guys pushed in one direction or another to make Rotting Pinata sound a certain way?
Not at all. No, just like our new record, The Beer Sessions. We sat in the studio and we made it just sound like the band. And it wasn't a big thinking process. It was a doing process, just like the first record was a doing process. And not a lot of thinking. Who would have thought that writing a song like Plowed would still be on radio today? That's not what we were writing. Radio for us back then was, Poison, Rat, AC/DC, Zeppelin, and a lot of stuff is still on the radio. Plowed didn't sound like anything that was on the radio currently back then.
No, not back then. We're here in the studio at the Paramount with Sponge. It's Rob Rush, Harrison, and Orlando. And you mentioned the beer sessions. We actually have Great South Bay down here, Great South Bay Brewery from Bayshore, so they're going to talk to you guys.
Drink local.
Some of the inspirations. But I heard that you guys went to different breweries and wrote songs about your experiences there for this new album. Is that true?
Oh, yeah. You want to tell them about it? Andy was,
Andy's the beer drinker? Is that what it is?
I heard there was going to be beer in here or something.
Yeah. Look down here, Andy.
Oh, there it is. All right.
Look below.
Got a little dry. No, we actually brought 6 different brewers one at a time into the studio as we were recording one song. And we did one song on one day. So we'd bring a local brewer to the studio. They'd watch us do our thing, and then we'd watch them do their thing. They'd talk about how how they make their stuff and why it's different and everything. We'd have a model modeling the beer. It's really fun to watch and interesting. If you're a beer drinker or like the band. So sort of what we talked about a second ago, cross promotion.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
and that's a perfect way to cross promote. What kind of beer drinker are you?
Yes.
Well, Joe over here, the guy
I drink beer and whiskey.
You're what, an IPA, Joe? You like IPA?
Yeah.
Right on. I like wheat beer myself. Weiss.
Beer?
Yeah.
Joe's our beer guy here right now.
Oh, yeah. Excellent.
I like beer that tastes like tequila.
There's no such thing, bro. Wherever there's it.
Now, going to all these different breweries, you're going to different towns around Michigan, right? Did those towns influence the way the songs came out? Because you said you wrote the songs on this album one at a time, right?
We walked into the studio with a basic idea, lyrics, acoustic thing. We hammered out the drums, vocal, and the arrangement. Then we laid on the heavy guitars, and that was it. So whether a song sounded like Rochester Mills Brewery from Detroit or Atwater from Detroit, I'm not too sure about that. You know what I mean? But certainly the whole spirit of the record was, what, we're going into the studio. We're not sitting nitpicking and overanalyzing and recutting and fixing everything. We're here to make a record like we used to, and we're here to have a good time. And we want to bring our friends in because a lot of these brewers are our pals. We're like, come on in, man. We're going to sit there. We're going to record, cook food. We're going to have some of your beer. We'll talk to you how you make beer, what your inspiration was about how you got started, and it was just a fantastic thing, not just the hangout, but the education of beer. Beer is a science, you know what I mean? Can I get an amen on that? If you think a guy's just going to set up and start the home brew, but most of these guys that we know not only read everything they could, but they got a passion for it, and some of the guys even went to college.
Yeah. Don't tell our promotions guy about the home brewing; he'll cry.
You dudes are from Detroit, and in 1996, Sponge opened for the Kiss reunion tour in Detroit, and even though Gene Simmons is probably the biggest douchebag in music. That had to be one of your career highlights, because you played one of the last shows at Tiger Stadium. Are you guys Tiger fans or Detroit Lion fans? Are you guys like, yes, I could tell.
Yeah.
I mean, that was one of the worst Tiger teams in the history of the Tigers.
The 96 Tigers, yes.
They had
I don't
Alan
recollect.
Trammell, they had Cecil Fielder, they had Ruben Sierra.
And Fielder
Cecil
even
Fielder
walk.
was an incredible player. So was Trammell, but
Yes.
truth be told, we won the pennant, in 68, 84, was
Yeah.
it 32 maybe? I can't remember.
Yes, you're right. It is 32, yeah.
Yeah, so you must be a Detroiter.
34. It wasn't the Tigers that beat the Cubs? Oh, no, that was 45.
Yeah, it was 45, yeah.
The history of the GOAT, the curse of the GOAT.
The curse of the goat. That's right. So you guys big sports fans?
Oh, come on.
We were talking about hockey back in February. We were talking about the Red Wings.
Yeah, when they were still strong. Yeah. But I like everything Detroit sports, but Lions for me supersede everything. I mean, it kind of takes control of the band too as we're rolling around. Where's the game on? We got to stop somewhere,
Right.
Yeah.
Now, being rock stars around Michigan, you guys ever use that card to get into the games, get the better seats?
No. Yeah, not really. Yeah. It's what's the word when you're used to hurting yourself all the time?
Masochism?
Yeah.
That's what going to Lions games is. It's
Yes.
tough.
Yeah, but the key is, man, you go to a sports event, you want to focus on the game. We
Yeah.
want better seats. We go to topless bars, we get better seats.
That's when you pull the card out. Yeah.
You guys have two songs that were in movies that I know, but the only reason why I know about one of those two is because of this gentleman right here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the song Have You Seen Mary on Wax Ecstatic was used in the Kevin Smith film Chasing Amy. And I worked in the film business for a few years and used the song The Man in a movie called The House of the Rising Sun
Yeah.
in 2011. And that was filmed in Grand Rapids, Michigan, which is why I wanted you guys, Sponge. It starred a former wrestler, hero of Orlando here, David Bautista, in his first leading role.
Too bad I don't look like him.
Smoking Hot, Amy Smart, and it was the movie sucked, honestly, guys, but this song was outstanding. And I used the song for a scene where hitmen show up and David Bautista's in his apartment and he jumps out the window to escape the hitmen. Do you guys like your music being used in films? Because it's basically a repurposing of your music. It's almost like it changes the meaning of the music.
That's we make records today.
Yeah.
People don't buy them, okay? They listen to them, but they don't necessarily purchase. Licensing in that way is a whole different income stream.
Yeah.
Provided you can get it. 10 years ago, everybody that owned their own masters, the label didn't own, doing that business was easy to do. But now the record business is what it is. Everybody wants to do that. So everybody's trying to, kind of drink from that well. So that kind of dries up from time to time. But those groups that don't necessarily have a history like Sponge or a way to license music, how can I put it, man? They're kind of SOL because we kind of go back to, we can still go on the road. We still got songs on the radio, so we
Right.
continue to survive, But if somebody wants to pay decent money to use the music for a trailer or a movie, we're all ears.
And that's funny because remember back in the day that was considered selling out. You were selling out of your
Commercials.
song
Well,
or
that's
commercialism.
true. Yeah,
and
I'm
now,
sure.
because you said nobody's buying records anymore, they're really streaming them.
Yes.
Most of your revenue's got to come from that, merchandise and ticket sales.
Yeah,
right?
man, hit the road. That's what it is. Whether you're in a bus, in a van, or you know what, we'll try it in a
Has
Buick
there
Regal.
Was there ever a song, either Rotting Pinata or a later album, where you thought it should have been a single and for one reason or another it wasn't? And any like redos you would want?
I look back, maybe some of the New Pop Sunday stuff I go could have been big singles. A song called Treat Me Wrong off of For All the Drugs record. Glue, from the Man. So, yeah, I just go, those songs to me were like contenders, but for whatever reason, and I feel that way about the current record. I think we got some tunes that are worthy of that.
Well, how would you guys like to play a song right now?
You want to hear something new?
Go for it.
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Here's the deal. This song has never been played anywhere, and it's. Can we say the word whores on air?
Yeah.
Of course.
Whores. Okay.
Sorry, man.
And this is off the Beer Sessions album.
He'll sing. Are you going to sing?
Man, we're just going to check your levels. Make sure we got it.
You got the mic, yeah. I'll just need my guitar and my
Here we go. The whores are closing in, and there ain't enough to drink tonight. The whores are closing in. Did we meet in Mexico? The whores are closing in, and they're waiting on their knees right now. The whores are closing in. Let's lean against the bar. Hooray, 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 hooray. I'm ready, I've got lust for life. I'm ready for a fight tonight. I'm ready, but I might just walk away. I'm ready, I could give a damn. I'm ready, I've got no real plan. I'm ready, but I might just walk away. The whores are closing in. You can hang out if you want tonight. The whores are closing in like 1994. The whores are closing in. Don't worry, it ain't nothing new. The whores are closing in. I need a bomb to get me through. Hooray, 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 hooray. I'm ready, I got lust for life. I'm ready for a fight tonight. I'm ready, but I might just walk away. I'm ready, I've got no real plan. I'm ready, I could give a damn. I'm ready, but I might just walk away. Hooray, hooray, hooray. The whores are closing in, And there's money we will burn tonight. The whores are closing in. There's enough to go around. The whores are closing in like a dope house in Detroit. The whores are closing in. Here's the key to my room. Hooray, 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 hooray. I'm ready, I got lust for life. I'm ready for a fight tonight. I'm ready, but I might just walk away. I'm ready, I could give a damn. Ready, I got no real plans. I'm ready, but I might just walk away. I'm ready, but I might just walk away. Well, I'm ready, but I might just.
That is Sponge here inside the studios at the Paramount in Huntington. It's Rob Rush, Orlando, and Harrison. And